Hello everyone, my name is Atam Woodruff and welcome to Story Drama. We did orange last week and now we're moving right down the rainbow into yellow. So our yellow book this week is Mustache Baby Meets His Match by Bridget Keoghs and Joy Ang. Let's see what kind of adventures these two boys can get into. Baby Billy was born with a mustache. Usually it was a good guy mustache, but occasionally it curled up on the ends into, well, you know, good mustache or bad, Billy's family loved him. Then one day, baby Javier came to town. He was new and had a lot to learn, so Billy decided to show him a thing or two, like how he was the world's sharpest shooter in the West, and how he could work on the railroad all the livelong day. Javier couldn't believe how rough and tough Billy was. But it wasn't Javier's first rodeo. He had a few things of his own to show Billy. Like how he could wrestle a bear, catch a fish with his bare hands, and chop down a tree in no time flat. Billy had never seen such grit, except when he was looking in the mirror. He intended to prove that he was the true hero and Javier was the sidekick. He challenged Javier to a duel, but Javier disarmed Billy and forced him to walk the plank. Then Billy put on a magic show and turned one cookie into two. But Javier made both cookies disappear. Billy tried to best Javier at math, art, aviation, running for president, and for the final showdown, a motorcycle race. As they rounded the curve, Billy was ahead by a hair, but Javier won by a whisker. That really chapped Billy's hide. His mustache began to grow and curl up at the ends until he had a bad guy mustache. He turned into a mad bandit, robbing Javier of his most prized possession. That infuriated Javier. Nobody stole his hog and got away with it. His beard grew pointier and pointier until he had a bad guy beard. Javier chased Billy into a wrestling ring and became the masked luchador Barba Nino, aka Beard Baby. Billy faced him as pro wrestler Mustache Baby. The crowd couldn't wait for the match to begin. Mustache Baby dodged Beard Baby's high-flying maneuver, but just as Mustache Baby was ready to pin Beard Baby, the melee was broken up. The wrestlers were sent to separate corners of the ring. Billy was sweaty and sad. He had wanted Javier as a sidekick, instead had become a bitter rival. There, his mother said. Lots of friends wrestle with competitiveness, but sometimes the most important race is being the first to say, you're sorry. Billy knew he could win that race. He raced towards his friend, but Javier met him halfway, and instead of being Billy's sidekick, Javier became his partner, and sometimes his partner in crime. Wow, Billy and Javier sure know how to have a lot of fun and know how to make their mustache work for a lot of different characters. Let's spend some time together making our own mustache so we can create our own characters. Come on. As an actor, we always need to warm up our mind, our body, and our voices, okay? So we're gonna do a stretch again. We're gonna stretch all the way to the ceiling, all the way up, as high as you can. Get those shoulders to your ears, all the way up, tippy toes, tipping around. And now we're gonna roller coaster all the way down to our toes. Touch those toes, touch them, can do a little bounce. And crouch down all the way down. Get those knees stretching and pop back up. All right? Now what we're gonna do, because we explored our space last time, we are going to just move around our space a little bit. I just went a little jog, just a little jog. around your space. I'm gonna go over here, way up here. And now I want high, we're gonna be a horse now. I want high knees. High knees, get that body going, get your breathing going, which is gonna be really great for your voice later. All right? And actually, you know what, since we're being a horse right now, give me a and shake out that mouth. One more. Good horses. All right, but our book isn't about horses today. Our book is about mustaches. So we need to work on our mustache muscles. So we're gonna make a big mustache face and then a baby mustache face, okay? So whenever I say big, we'll go big. When I say baby, go really small, small as you can, okay? So I'm gonna lean forward because I'm ready. Ready? Big mustache face. And baby mustache face. Big. Baby. Big. Baby. Baby. Oh, I tricked you. Baby mustache face. And big. And now big baby mustache face. Big baby. Okay. I think we're ready. All right. So let's go make our mustache so we can figure out some different characters that we can be with that mustache. Come on. So before we get started, we need to make our mustache so we can be just like Mustache Baby. So what I need you to do is I need you to go get a piece of paper. It can be a blank piece. It can be already used, like I colored on this one, and I can use the back. You need to get a marker of any kind and some scissors. You also need some parental guidance. So go ahead, get your parents and have them help you, because if you don't have safety scissors, they're going to need to cut it out for you. When you see the theater education logo, pause it, go find everything, and then come back, and I'll be here waiting. Okay, so now that we have all of our materials, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the clean side of our page, and we're going to uncap our marker, and I'm going to stick the cap on the other side so I don't lose it. And I'm going to show you some different shapes to make your mustache. Okay? Mustaches normally have two pieces to it because it's on each side under your nose. So you could do something like a triangle. You can cut that out. Or if you want it to be a little bit thinner, you could have a rectangle. Or you can even be silly like Mustache Baby and have a curly mustache, just like that. So you can draw any shape you want. Just make sure that you leave a little bit of space so you can hold it on your face. And then whenever you figure out which one you want to do, just color it in. All right? We're going to color it in. And so I'm going to use the triangle. I really like the triangle. And so I'm going to keep that one. So if you have safety scissors and you are old enough to use them, you can cut this out. But if you don't, get a parent and have them cut it out for you. Now, I like to leave a little space in between the lines whenever I cut, just like that, how there's a little bit of white left, because then it kind of looks like a cartoon, and I think that looks more fun. So I'm going to cut this out. All right, and you'll notice there's a little white in between. I'm going to kind of cut that in so it can go right under my nose and it doesn't look so silly. So notice how I cut out two semicircles right there so it can fit right under my nose, and I can hold it right there, and now I have a silly mustache. So finish that. If you're going to take a little bit longer, just pause the video right here and then start it back up whenever you're done, okay? But let's take our mustache and let's go have some fun. Come on. Okay, now we have our mustache. We're warmed up, we have our mustache. Now let's go through some different characters that we can do through this mustache. I have thought of some different characters that might have a mustache, and we're gonna act like those characters together. Now, whenever you use your mustache, you're just gonna hold it up against your nose. You have your other hand. If your other hand is stronger, you can hold it with that one. No big deal, I might switch. There might be one where we have to use both hands, and you know what? It's okay at that point if you would set your mustache down, all right? Because it's not the mustache that makes the character, it's you, okay? So let's get started. We're just going to put our mustache on for a second. Just sit here and see how it makes you feel. Walk around as now a mustache person. You might be in preschool or kindergarten. You're a little child with a mustache. But we are going to be a cowboy. I want you to do your cowboy stance. Mine's going to be like this, nice and wide. All right? I'm going to tip my hat. Tip your hat with me. Hello? Say hello to the nice lady. Hello, ma'am. All right, and we're going to walk around with our mustache. We are a cowboy now. All right? And we're going to go back to our spot, but we're going to do it on our horse. So I'm going to climb on my horse. All right? And I'm going to say, on the count of 3, we're all going to say, giddy up. We're going to ride it all the way back up to the front where we were. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Giddy up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Now we need to be a different character. Let's be a lumberjack. That sounds like a great idea. All right. And as you know, lumberjacks are big. They're really tall. All right. Kind of like superheroes. They're really big and tall. So make your shoulders really big. Give me really big muscles. And you're just going to lumber around with your big, put your axe on your shoulder and walk around like you're a lumberjack. All right. And this is where I'm going to put my mustache down for a second because I need both my hands. Because I'm going to cut down this tree. I got my axe. Here we go. All right. And on the count of 3, we're going to chop down this tree together. 1, 2, 3. Chop, 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 chop. Grab your mustache because we got to do the last thing as the lumberjack. We're going to yell timber on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Timber! All right, very good, lumberjacks. But now, get into it. You're mean. You're bad. You are going to be a pirate. Everybody get your hook. Wiggle your mustache a little bit. All right, and what you're going to do is we're going to practice some sword fighting. So probably got to use my hook to hold my mustache. And I'm going to get my sword and I'm gonna jab forward and block and block and block and give me a big arg on 3. 1, 2, 3. Arg! We're gonna go a little bit nicer now and we are going to be a magician. Everybody knows that magicians are nice and flashy. They usually have a cape. Let's do a spin and flourish our cape. Flourish. Very good. All right, again, I gotta put my mustache down because I have to take off my hat. Take that off with me. Show everybody that it is empty. It's empty, isn't it, folks? Now I'm going to reach in. What am I gonna pull out? You can pull out whatever you want. I am going to pull out a cheeseburger and I'm going to eat it. I'm a very hungry magician. And now I'm going to be a villain. I have captured the princess and there's nothing that you can do about it. I'm going to tie her to the railroad tracks. Tie, 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 tie. And they are never going to get me. And what you're going to do now on the count of 3 is we are going to do our best villain laugh. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good villains. Now, one of my favorite people that has a mustache is my dad. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be a dad. All right, you can act like your dad. You can act like your mom if you want. That's no big deal. All right, anybody can have a mustache if they really want one. So what you're going to do now is you're going to act like one of your parents, okay? And I'm going to be my dad, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the newspaper. Looks like weather outside, right? Do you want to play catch, son? No, I was not good at sports. But now I'm in trouble, so he's going to march up to my room and say, son, you do a better job in school and stop talking when you're not supposed to. Does anybody else get in trouble for talking when they're not supposed to? Just me? It happens. And the last one, we're going to age. So to age, we're going to get a little bit more frail. Going to get our hands up here and we're going to crouch over and we are going to be a grandpa. And we are going to move so slowly. We are so old with our mustache, moving around. Ooh, and I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to get some saltine crackers and eat those because I love saltine crackers. That's what my grandpa acted like. Wow, so there are so many characters that we can use, that we can create with one mustache. Isn't that so exciting? So, I know that you have so many more characters inside of you. What I want you to do now is I want you, when this video is over, to make some more mustaches. They can be big, they can be really small, they can be blue, green, polka dot, whatever you want. But what character has that mustache? So I want you to make that mustache and then send us in some videos of the different characters that you've made, and so I can see how creative you are. I cannot wait to see them, and I cannot wait to see you next week. Bye!